Hey, what's up you guys, this is Irfan here from smartincubator.com and welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm gonna do some analysis for you, which is, a weekly Forex market analysis, and I want to show you exactly what I predict that happens in the next week. So guys, as you know, I'm a scalper, so I wake up during New York session and then I scalp the market on 5 minutes and 15-minute time frame. But in this video, I want to break down 4 to 5 pairs for you, maybe less, because I don't focus on every single one of them, and I want to do a top-down analysis that what might happen by identifying high probability supply and demand zones. So before that, I want to show you the results of Gold EA Incubator, which is our EA that only trades gold during a London session on 5-minute time frame. And as you can see, on this $3,000 account, we are up 146% in profit, which is $1,581. And on this account, we are up 54.79% profit. We are up actually 54%, and the profit is $1,026. So these are the results that happened completely hands off. We didn't get involved manually, and everything actually happens by the EA. So it's an expert advisor that trades on your behalf, and you don't have to do anything else. So without any further ado, let's get into our weekly market analysis. So I'm gonna start with GBPUSD, guys. And if you watched my last video, I talked about the trade that happened in June 3rd, which was on Friday, and today is Sunday, so 2 days ago. And if you haven't watched it, go check it out. It's going to be super helpful for you, because this is exactly the strategy that I'm using. And if you don't know what it is, I'm going to put a card above this video that you can check out the video that I fully explain this strategy, which is order block strategy. But in this video, I'm going to change the time frame to 4 hour and show you exactly what's going on with GBPUSD. So as you know, guys, this is a line that I kind of identified like probably a couple of weeks ago, that we have a high probability supply zone around this area, and there's a huge gap all the way from here to here and a little bit here. So no, this gap is already filled in, but there's still a huge gap unfilled around this area, and the price has to come back up to fill in the gap, and then it can either go up or it just can come down further. So this is exactly what's going on right now. It's in some sort of consolidation, because after this huge drop, the price tried to break the structure, which did, and then it started creating higher highs and higher lows. So this is a really good indicator that the market is towards upside. And also we had this huge drop after that. See guys, look at this beautiful high probability supply zone around this area. That exactly happened. Look at this. It's a beautiful high probability supply zone, because this is a huge candle that dropped, and the next candle after that never tapped into this zone. So that was, there is a gap between this candle and this zone here that makes this zone a high probability supply zone. So what happened was that this candle literally tapped into this zone, and then after that we got a few indecisive candles, and then a little bit of consolidation, and then boom, the price just came down all the way to probably here, which is our high probability demand zone on 4-hour time frame. So there are two scenarios. So I'm going to delete this because it already happens, and then I'm going to delete everything. There are two scenarios here. The first scenario is that this zone is going to get respected, and then what might happen is that the price literally goes back up. So it tapped into this zone, we probably get a confirmation, and then it goes up. And the second scenario is that it literally breaks below this level, and then it does a little bit of correction, and then it comes down further. So two scenarios that might happen, plus we have this high probability demand zone here that I identified a few weeks ago. Again, never reached it, but it's still valid, because these are the last two bearish candles, and this is the first candle that came out of the box. The next candle after that never tapped into the zone. That's why it's a high probability demand zone. And if this scenario happens, there is a high chance that it probably comes down all the way to this level here, and then it goes back up. But it's gonna take a while because it's on a 4-hour time frame, but this is exactly where it's at right now. So I'm not sure exactly how it's going to behave on 5-minute and 15-minute time frame, because I don't really pay attention to 4-hour time frame. But you know, for weekly analysis, I can't do it on 5-minute time frame because everything changes instantly and there's no point of recording this video. But this is exactly what's going on right now on GBPUSD, my hope, because you know, we also need to consider this gap here that needs to be filled in. So what I'm thinking personally is that it probably respects this zone and then it goes back up to fill in the gap, or in the worst case it just comes down further to reach this level here. So we'll see what happens tomorrow or later today, because the market is opening, but I'm trading tomorrow morning. So this is GBPUSD. So let's get into NAS100 to see what's going on here. So NAS100 is obviously bearish, guys, because as you can see, it's a clear pattern that we are experiencing lower lows and lower highs on 4-hour time frame. Look at this, it's just constantly coming down and clean. It's really clean that we are you know, seeing this clean trend towards downside, which is lower lows and lower highs. And then after that, it just came down here, tried to go up, came down again, tried to go up, and then it started consolidating for a little bit, and then it created some sort of support level around this area. And then after that, it has started making an uptrend because it had a break of a structure towards upside, and then we have higher highs and higher lows and consolidation around this area. See, right now we are in consolidation phase. Look at this, we are in consolidation phase right here, and we also have this strong support level here with a bunch of liquidity below this level. So we have a bunch of liquidity below this level because there are so many buyers who, you know, took their buy position and put their stop loss below this level, and that's why it's a very, very strong level that we need to consider. What I mean by that is that the price probably reached this level and breaks below this level to grab the liquidity, and then it probably goes up, or it just comes down further to fill in the gap right here. So for NAS100, it's kind of tricky right now because, you know, there are only two scenarios all the time, especially when you are seeing this consolidation. Is that the first thing is it just breaks above this level, or it just breaks below this level. Two scenarios. And if it happens, we need to wait for a better confirmation to catch whether buy or sell position. But right now, I can't see any high probability supply or demand zone. So there's nothing here on 4-hour time frame, at least. Even this one is not a high probability supply zone. Yeah, even this one is not a high probability supply zone, but we have this high probability supply zone here, which I don't really consider, even though it's a high probability supply zone. And the reason is that it's super close to the main resistance level, which is this one. So even above this area, there's a bunch of liquidity and we have a high probability supply zone. So in this case, when it's too close to the liquidity grab or to the support or resistance level, I don't really consider it, because there's a high chance that the price literally breaks above this zone and grab the liquidity, and then it just does whatever it does. Okay, so that's why I don't really consider that. So, but here, if you pay close attention, see, look at this, guys. If you take the last two candles, you see that we have this high probability order block here. So this is what the price is trying to reach to, and or it just comes down further to fill in the gap here. So we'll see what happens in the NAS100, because it's super volatile based on the news that's happening, but we'll see during the week. So for EURUSD, guys, it's kind of similar to GBPUSD. You know, we had this bearish trend, and then here it just started creating higher highs and higher lows, and we also have this high probability demand zone right here on 4-hour time frame. Look at this, guys. This is a clear high probability demand zone. Look at this, last two bearish candles, the first candle that came out of the box, the next candle after that, we, you know, literally left the gap between this candle and this zone right here. So that's why this zone is a high probability demand zone, because there's a gap. And you definitely know what it means by now. We also used to have a high probability supply zone here, but it's not a high probability supply zone. It's not even valid anymore, because this candle literally broke above this, you know, zone. That makes it invalid. But this is a high probability supply zone here. It just came down, and then the next candle after that literally filled in the gap, super quickly, and also it got rejected towards downside. It got pushed by the sellers towards downside. So what I'm predicting right now is that probably the price wants to reach this level to fill in the gap. But look at this huge red candle here. If I cover the entire candle, you'll see that it's still a high probability demand zone. It's a little bit more advanced, it might be a little bit more complicated, but this is the last bearish candle before this huge move towards upside. And as you can see, this is the first candle that came out of the box, and the next candle after that never tapped into zone, so we know it's a high probability demand zone. And this is the first candle that, you know, literally touched this zone, and God knows, you know, how far it's going further down, and then it goes up, or it just wants to respect this level and then comes down further. But so far, I'm kind of bearish on EURUSD because of the momentums that we have, and I'm kind of predicting, because it's a huge zone. I personally don't really consider that, especially in a 4-hour time frame. There's no way I determine such high probability supply demand zones and then trade based on that. I don't do that. But since we have this beautiful candle here and it got pushed towards downside by the sellers, you know, I can put my sell stop here, my stop loss here, and then I can just, you know, leave a runner for my sell position. This is what I'm predicting. And if I go to 15-minute time frame, let me see what's going on. Exactly right here. Yeah, this is a trade that we took, you know, on Friday, so I'm going to delete this. And then as you can see, yeah, it literally filled in the gap. I'm going to remove this. This one is already filled in, and we have this high probability demand zone right here. So even right now, it's kind of creating some sort of consolidation. And on Friday we had NFP, so that counts too, because, you know, the market was volatile. But we'll see what happens during this week. It's going to be super exciting. And we have this gap here as well that you shouldn't forget. Oh, let me show you this gap from here to here. So this is a gap that you shouldn't forget. And also this is a high probability demand zone right here. So just, you know, pay attention to all this stuff when you are trading. But it's not, you know, it doesn't hurt to do a top down analysis from 4 hour, and then you come down all the way to 50 minutes on 5-minute time frame. But if you're a scalper, you just stick with 5-minute and 15-minute time frame. And let's get into gold. The last pair that we want to analyze is that, you know, gold is bearish, guys, but most of the times it's consolidating, as you know. But, you know, to be honest with you, I don't really actively trade gold. Even if I want to trade on FDMO, I don't really look at gold, because Gold EA Incubator does everything for me, and there's no point to do it twice. So when you have an EA that trades gold for you, then you don't want to, you know, be actively watching the charts on gold and trade it. You have a robot, it trades for you, it generates 1% to 1.5% per day, which is absolutely cool, and I'm okay with that. I don't really look at gold, but, you know, since I'm recording this video, let's just look at this one as well. So the first high probability demand zone that I noticed right away I opened the chart was this one here. See? And look at this, guys. This is a really good candle that got closed. So during next week, like, you know, tomorrow, if the price wants to go back up, there's a high chance that you can take a buy position here, put your stop loss here, and you take your position all the way to here. Why? Because, let me just delete this one because we already took the trade. No, we don't have any high probability demand zone, supply zone here. So in this case, I just take a 1-to-1. If I want to do that, I just take a 1-to-1 trade because we have a high probability supply zone, a demand zone here. Plus, we also have this high probability demand zone here, so you gotta be careful. So when you have two high probability supply or demand zones back to back or kind of close to each other, you need to be cautious, because there's a chance that, you know, it literally goes the opposite direction, disrespects this zone, come down further, tap into this level, and then it goes back up. There's a high chance that it is happening. But what I'm saying is that right now, based on this momentum that we have, we can probably take a 1-to-1 trade, who knows. But if I want to look for any high probability, any other high probability supply and demand zones, I would say that I can't really find any except this one right here. So even this one, another high probability demand zone here, supply zone, sorry, on 4-hour time frame, because it's not tapped into. Look at this. I gotta really zoom in, then you will be able to see that that this candle never tapped into this zone, and after that none of the candles touched this zone. So it's still valid, it's still a high probability supply zone. So again, my prediction number one is that it just probably goes back up all the way to here if it respects this zone, or it just comes down further, respect this, and then goes up, or it just disrespects all of them, come down further for this liquidity around this area, because we have a liquidity grab below this level and this level here. So there is a high chance that it wants to act like that as well. But we'll see, guys. Again, for gold, especially for gold, I try to scalp it. I don't try to hold it. I never do that, guys. It's dangerous. So that's why on 5-minute and 15-minute time frame, I'll see what happens during New York session when the market opens, and then after that I decide based on what's going on at the moment. But for now, guys, that's it for these 4 pairs that I analyzed for you. But if you have any question, feel free to leave your comments below this video and I personally get back to you. And if you have any question regarding Gold EA Incubator, and if it's something that you might be interested in because it's completely hands off and you don't have to do anything yourself, go check out our website, smarteaincubator.com, and then you can ask us your question using the live chat widget we have on our website. And our website link, you can find it down below in the description. And thanks for watching this video. See you on the next.